Hi everyone. Um, I'm sorry about what I'm presuming or assuming or whatever is a weird angle. Um, I figured this would be a better, the way I have it situated now is a better way for lighting, because I'm sure the other videos were really bad at lighting. Um, and so this is the best I can do for right now for a pinch. I have a couple other ideas I might try in the future, but let me know how this looks, because I don't know. I wanted to talk about something. So a while back, I made a video talking about like kind of all the things I guess that I dislike about being blind, or the things I kind of am losing out on for being blind. Um, and so I kind of wanted to do the counter to that. Just kind of keep balance with it. Sorry, I'm like really fidgety right now. I don't know why. um, to say kind of what it is I like about being blind, or kind of I guess the upside to it. I'm a firm believer of every cloud has a silver lining, and that there's always good in a bad situation. And yeah, so I kind of wanted to just throw out some ideas with that, and what it is I think could be the upsides of this. And some of them I think are just kind of humorous and kind of just jokes, but there are certainly benefits to it. Like I know it may certainly seem like having something like this would be all bad and there's no good about it, but there are some actually really good things to it. So just kind of speaking of humorous, there is the whole idea that I've been pretty good about conserving energy, so because I never have lights on. Honestly, when I'm not recording, all the lights are off because I don't need them, and then what's great about that is that I'm able to find my way around the house or wherever in the middle of the night when everything's completely dark. So I'm not I'm like a ninja. But it's it is really nice because that is something I can save money on. So I don't have to worry about paying power bills. That's pretty good. And there is always the idea that no one thinks I can be superficial. I'm not superficial. I worded that very poorly. But no one can have the illusion that I'm superficial just because. I mean, really? Like, come on. The blind guy's gonna be superficial. He's gonna judge you on your looks. That's. I mean, I'm sure there are superficial blind people out there, but I think just off the bat you couldn't make that assumption, and that's kind of nice. And so when I make a compliment, it actually is a legitimate compliment. Um, you know, Although some people always like to kind of you know bust my chops. Sorry, I was thinking bust my balls and bust my chops. It becomes bust my chops. Um, I want to make that a thing now. Where they'll be like, oh, well, how would you know? And of course, I always have to answer, okay, fine, then you're not looking good today. Fine, you're gonna be like that. But it's really nice to have that kind of idea of I can be truly honest, and I don't have to hide the idea of what I think of someone or what I think of their looks or whatever. And one of the I think biggest benefits is just having, and there's the air conditioning. Sorry, that's really loud. Um, One of the biggest benefits is understanding, kind of being able to empathize with people, like having a much stronger sense of empathy and a much stronger sense of kind of what it is to struggle. Because this is something I struggle with, and being understand what it is to grapple with something that you can't control, that's completely out of your hand. That's something that that's something I'm all too familiar with. So it is nice. It is nice having that ability, being able to talk to people and being, listen, I completely understand. I go through the same thing on a daily basis, and being able to offer my encouragement and my understanding, I think is really helpful to people, and it's really helpful to me too, because one of my main things is that um, I love to help people. No matter how I'm feeling, I always feel better when I help people. And even if it's a small thing, even if it's, I tell them a joke that makes them laugh, or, I say a compliment that, you know, puts a smile on their face, or whatever it may be. That's always something that's made me feel really good about myself. And obviously, I don't do it for my own benefit. I do it for the benefit of the other people. But it's just, you know, it's nice that I get that benefit too. And, you know, given what I'm stricken with, if I'm going to be theatrical about it, it's nice to know that, you know, I'm able to use this to help others. I'm able to use this to, you know, make people feel better, whether, you know, it's through humor, by making jokes about myself, or, you know, my blindness, or, you know, being able to tell people, hey, it's not too bad, you know, I know it seems like it's hard to struggle with this thing that you're going through, but, you know, it's always possible to keep going, you know, pushing forward, and, you know, never give up, because, trust me, I've had more than my fair share of instances where I've wanted to give up, and I wanted to kind of just throw my hands up and just stop. But it's always worth it to keep pushing on. It's always worth it to, you know, never give up, and always find, you know, the good and the bad, because there's always going to be good. And this got really inspirational for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not inspirational. Maybe everyone else is just like, what are you talking about? But, you know, that's just kind of my thoughts on that. And it's just, that's what it is. Like, I've had a lot of struggles, you know, regarding my blindness, and, you know, I still do, and I probably always will, but that doesn't mean there's not good in it. Like, one of my favorite quotes, I don't remember the wording exactly, is, when you look for the light, you can always find it, but when you look for the darkness, that's all you'll ever find. Points to whoever knows what that's from. I think the dogs are trying to get out of the cage, so it looks like I better wrap this up. So that's just what I think, and those are just a few of the benefits. Like, there's a lot more I could go into, but that's just off the top of my head. And, you know, just remember, no matter what's going on, no matter how bad your situation is, that there is always good that will come out of it. Either it's coming out of it now, or there will be good in the future. Like, you'll become a stronger person because of it. There was always a silver lining. So just remember that, and always remember that that's what you strive for. That's what we all push for, is to grow. And the hardships in our life are what let us do that. Alright guys, just thanks for watching, and, you know, let me know down in the comments, you know, what it is you struggle with, and, you know, what makes, you know, what are the silver linings of that, and, you know, what makes you keep pushing forward through those struggles, excuse me. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye. See you on the flip.